At one time, a forest such as you see in the background covered this area as well. As soon as the leaves and other materials fell, the Earth's composting process began, and over many seasons, became what you see here, rich black soil. Or as some gardeners would say, black gold. Home composting is our way of speeding up and enhancing Mother Nature's decomposition process. Of course, home composting is by design efficient, just like Mother Nature herself. The process is also very valuable because it permits householders to reduce the amount of waste produced. Whatever the reason, home composting is the smart thing to do. The Earth Machine provides you with the power to improve your world. 30% of household waste hauled to landfill sites is organic, and with a little knowledge and planning, most of it can be composted with ease. Local governments are setting ambitious goals to reduce drastically the amount of waste going to landfills. Studies have shown that home composting combined with recycling bottles, cans, paper, and other such items can reduce the amount of waste going to landfill sites by more than 50%. Clearly, home composting is less costly and more efficient than transporting organic waste to a landfill site or even to a central composting facility. Home composting is the planned and managed decomposition of kitchen and garden waste into organically rich and usable black soil. The process is environmentally friendly and can be done almost anywhere, and there are rewards for the effort made. During this program, you will learn how to assemble the Earth Machine, how to recover yard and kitchen waste through composting, and how to put valuable compost resources to good use. The Earth Machine is an advanced home composter in which household and garden waste is converted into humus after as little as 2 months. The Earth Machine comes with a 10-year guarantee and has several features which make it a superior product and North America's most advanced composter. The Earth Machine has many attractive and practical features. A twist locking system on the lid, vents large enough for superior air circulation, and vents small enough to be rodent resistant. A sliding door which can be firmly secured, a lid which allows you to control ventilation, and strong twist pegs that fasten the unit securely to the ground. The sturdy Earth Machine is lightweight and parts nest together for easy transport. To set up the Earth Machine, line up the arrow on the top half to that on the bottom half, and taking care to locate the tabs into the proper slots, snap the top and bottom sections together. Assembling the Earth Machine is a snap. Slide the door on. To install the lid, line up the arrow under the word open with the arrow on the top of the composter. To lock the lid, simply turn the lid to line up the arrow on top to the word locked. So, how do we compost?
Hey, let me tell them about that. I know more about that than you do.
Oh, all right. Go ahead and explain it. We're listening.
Okay, come on down here with me. I'm Compo, and I know a lot about composting. To start,
place a layer of woody materials and about a ½ inch of compost or soil at the bottom of the composter. This will ensure a steady flow of oxygen to the center of the pile.
Next, alternate layers of brown and green, dry and wet.
Begin with a brown layer by putting in brown leaves or other brown vegetation.
Follow up by adding a layer of kitchen scraps or green plant material, such as grass clippings. Top off with a layer of soil or finished compost. Continue to alternate layers of yard waste, kitchen waste, and soil. By adding browns and then greens, you will maintain a balance of carbon and nitrogen. When you add soils or finished compost, you are always adding microorganisms, and this speeds up the composting process. Then mix the layers together. When grass is freshly cut, it can be added to your composter as a green layer. When grass is sun-dried, it can be added to your composter as a brown layer. Composting is not difficult, So here are a few easy solutions to some potential problems. If the center cools, composting is not happening. Check to see if it is moist. If not, add a little water. Too much mixing and aerating may also cause the pile to cool down. So try reducing the frequency with which you mix the pile. If the center of the pile is damp and warm, but the rest is cold, the pile may need more material. Add alternating layers and mix with the old. If the pile is damp and sweet-smelling, but does not heat up, it needs nitrogen.
Add fresh grass clippings, blood meal, or sprinkle some commercial starter over the pile.
If the compost has a bad odor, mixing the compost pile will increase air circulation, which carries oxygen to the pile. Upper ventilation can also be adjusted to help control air and oxygen flow by rotating the lid between the low and high settings shown. If flies appear around your composter, simply add a thin layer of soil. Make sure only appropriate food scraps and yard waste are placed in your composter, like these. Other materials should not be placed in your composter, like these. So, that's how you compost and avoid problems.
Well, Compo, that was very informative and helpful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Compo? Compo! I guess he's gone. The winter thaw and freeze cycle actually helps your compost to break down and makes the early springtime the fastest composting time of the year. Leaves may be retained and composted after the growing season ends. Compost may be incorporated into flower or vegetable gardens at almost any time of the year. Compost restores life to soil. It helps to retain moisture. It improves the texture and consistency of topsoils. It provides plants with essential nutrients. You may wish to screen larger materials from the compost and return them to the compost bin, while using the finer earth to bring fresh nutrients and beauty to your flower beds and gardens. Screen compost can also be used as a lawn dressing with excellent results. To make nutrient-rich potting soil, mix equal amounts of finished compost, soil, and sand. Leaves and yard clippings will compost faster if they are mulched. So chop up vegetable and garden waste before you put them into your composter. And be sure to keep meats, fats, and pet waste out of your composter. Through a combination of home composting and recycling, you can reduce the amount of waste going to landfill sites by more than 50%. The Earth Machine provides you with the power to improve your world.